Hello, friends. Ugh, Let's try this. Alright. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Metroid Show, where we do Metroid things. Haven't recorded in a while. Just trying to remember where I am here. Trying to remember what we're doing. Real comics work on a fake comic, if I recall correctly. Cool. Alright. I see that I inked a 3/4. So we really just got a lot of inking to do here. That's cool. Could be a lot of time to talk about One Piece. Yo, I'm at a point now with One Piece where it's like I can't just talk about One Piece anymore and expect that everybody's going to be caught up to the same point that I am. Finished Wano a couple of days ago, and I started Egghead. And yeah, I don't want to say any more about that because there are people who I've been like reporting on my One Piece usage, right? Too. Like, where are you? How you doing? Where's it going? What are you doing? What's next? And I gave the report to one of them recently, and they responded with, "Yeah, I think you're further than I am now." And I was like, "Uh-oh, I can't just deliver my hot takes anymore and expect that people are gonna know what's going on." I think Egghead Island is a completed arc, but I'm honestly not sure. I'll be caught up soon. I've got less than 100 chapters to go, so. There's something to be said for momentum in doing something like this, and I definitely tossed all my momentum out. I feel like this is pretty much common knowledge now, but I'll say it anyways, like I'm providing you some kind of insight into something. But I feel like a lot of YouTube shows, and by a lot I mean like 90%, of this nature, are recorded pretty far in advance, right? And I've never made it a secret that I do like big recording sessions, and I chop them up into episodes and I put them up on the channel. And that is just like kind of the only way to make the workflow work. I can't record every day. I can barely record as often as I do. The channel is not a... The channel's not a money-making venture for me at this point. I would certainly like it to be someday. Of course I would. But right now, just kind of treating it as an outlet for my creativity and a great way to kind of, explore some new stuff and maybe help some other self-taught artists out with learn a few things. That's kind of, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. But I have to do it in conjunction with a million other things. I did an interview recently with Paul Carroll with Limit Break Comics for in support of the Wish Upon a Star anthology, which is coming to Kickstarter some point in the near future. I have a story in that which is based on Alice in Wonderland. My story the premise of that anthology is all of the Limit Break anthologies are essentially a spin on fairy tales. No, sorry. I've got that wrong. Wish Upon a Star's thing is fairy tales. It's they do like weird mashup kind of genre things though. So I did a story for Fractured Realms, which was their previous anthology, which was Norse mythology and horror. This one is science fiction and fairy tales, and so I'm doing Through the Looking Glass, or Alice in Wonderland, or whatever you want to call it, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what have you. But mine is through the lens of Event Horizon. So I have a sci-fi horror bent to my story. And it's kind of silly, and, you know, but in a good way. You know, if you're as big a fan of Event Horizon as I am, you'll know exactly the kind of tone that I'm going for. But anyways, I was doing that interview with Paul, and I started listing off like all the different books that I'm on. And I have to talk to some of the writers that I'm working with and essentially just say, hey, I would like to talk about our project on my YouTube channel so I can stop being so friggin' coy all the time. And quite frankly, I haven't signed anything legal that would prevent me from doing that. It's just a courtesy. Because, you know, some people, I don't feel like, number one, I don't feel like folks in the indie comics community should have to worry about all the whatever. All the legalese that you have to deal with. You know, we're all just kind of independent workers trying to figure this stuff out. And so yeah, it's just like when you work with me, I won't spoil your project unless you want me to. And I'd love to talk about all of my projects, but it's like I don't have that kind of explicit permission from the people. And I was making sure my timer. I'm not wearing my watch today. I'm going to need to go get that in between sessions. You know, I just want to make sure that I have that explicit permission, because otherwise it's just... You don't want to say something that you weren't supposed to. You don't want to ruin, you know, the impact of a story that somebody worked hard on. It's just not nice. I'm always trying to, like, be positive. Hey, comments I got on this video, on this video series, with somebody saying, I don't know that Samus was leaning forward a little bit, but she's really tilted. Yeah, yep. And you know, if I trot out these lines for a second, yeah, you know what? You're actually right. So the general rule of thumb is to have the head kind of positioned over the ankle base and the foot, drawing the line of gravity down from the head to the floor. So yeah, I'm a little bit out of alignment. It's a dynamic pose. Generally speaking, I'm more interested in making something dynamic than I am making it realistic. But should we maybe adjust this so that it's slightly more in line? I don't know. What do you think? All I'd have to really do is pivot the leg forward a little bit. I don't know if that does it for me in quite the same way. Yeah, no. I like the wrong one better. That'll happen sometimes. In between this session and the last session, we crossed that 100 subscriber milestone, which is not something I was planning on happening anytime soon. So I don't have anything planned to celebrate. Yeah, no, I don't have anything planned. I did not think that was going to happen as quickly as it did. I'm new to this YouTube thing. Oh, these stupid guides. Get thee hence. Hey. Yeah, no, I didn't think that was going to happen as fast as it did. And color me surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but surprised nonetheless. So my thought was to do like a celebratory stream at some point. Do like my actual first live stream. Never done that before. Scares the hell out of me. Seems like the perfect kind of thing that this should be done on this channel. So I think that's what we're going to do to celebrate quote-unquote 100 subscribers. I don't know when that's going to happen or how many subscribers I will have when it does happen. But that is, I think, what we're going to do. Is we're going to do a live stream. It will probably be... It'll probably be in the middle of the day, you know, local time for me, which is Eastern Standard. So great news if you live in the UK. But yeah, I'll give you some info on that. I'll put it in the newsletter too. Newsletter will probably be published by the time you see this video, my September newsletter. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, please sign up for my newsletter. Link's in the description. I'm not going to annoy you too much with it. I really try to keep my updates to two. I have two kinds of updates essentially. I do a monthly newsletter where I kind of just round up all of my information and tell you where I'm going to be, if anywhere. I haven't gotten out to any live shows recently. But to know where I'm going to be, if I'm going to be anywhere, what comics I'm working on are coming out, what video series I'm working on that might be coming out, and then, not quite on that, shoot, and just any other tidbits, campaigns that are starting, that kind of stuff, news about me and things I make, and then finished work that I want you to read. I'll put like a comic in your inbox sometimes or something. Of course, if you're a paid subscriber, you'll get more of that stuff. You'll get Blended Pulp. You'll get behind the scenes things that I am working on, albeit slowly, but I'm going to start doing behind the scenes. That's going to be video content. And we're going to dive into Marukiru because I am got a lot of work to do on the next Marukiru issue. The leaded pulp version is pretty much finished. I have to letter the last bit of that, but the last part of that that chapter 12 is going to appear in the September issue of Leaded Pulp, and then the color version will be when I manage to finish doing the colors on that. So keep an eye out for that. But all that kind of stuff that you can learn in my newsletter, which is free, unless you want to pay for it, and then it costs money. I really appreciate it when you pay for it. When people pay for things, I like that. I like that. I approve of it. All right, cool. Hey, that's that done pretty much, more or less. Cool. I don't know if all right, that'll do. Okay, hey, that's enough for today. That's a little bit long. I wasn't wearing my watch. I gotta get my watch and time it better. Hey, if you want to support me, support the channel, much appreciated. Please check out the links in the description of the video. All kinds of stuff going on. At time of this video coming out, Circuit Champ will be on Kickstarter, so please go and support that. I am the artist on that comic. It's written by a writer named John Solito. It's a great comic. You're really gonna enjoy it. Please check it out. Beyond that, always like, comment, subscribe to the video, to the channel, to all the things. Really exciting stuff coming up in October, especially if you like time-lapse drawings. More on that later. In terms of this, though, I hope you got something out of today's video. I know that I got something out of talking to you while I was doing it, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.